Govt saddened by death of health spokesman Joe Maila. Please subscribe and share videos. Government has expressed shock and sadness following the death of Joe Maila, Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi's spokesperson. Joe practiced his craft with passion, and the strait saw him grow from strength to strength as he served across various government departments over the years, said Minister of Communications Mmamoloko Kubayi-Ngubane, on behalf of government communicators. Maila apparently accidentally shot himself at a shooting range in Silverton in Pretoria, police said. In his daily work, he always viewed the media as a partner to address the health challenges we face as a country. He contributed to creating an informed citizenry as he communicated government's health policies and programs to the public, Kubayi-Ngubane said. She said Maila upheld the principles and ethics of the communication profession. Inquest docket opened. Govt police spokesperson Mmamoloko said, a 48-year-old male shot himself at a shooting range in Silverton at around 1800 hours on Thursday. Mmamoloko said the circumstances surrounding the incident would be part of an inquest. An inquest docket has been opened. The minister said in a statement on Friday afternoon that it was with a profound sense of sadness that he made the announcement about Maila's death. He passed yesterday evening. The circumstances surrounding his death are not yet known to the ministry. Joe Maila is survived by his wife and 2 children, Motsoaledi said in a statement. I appeal to the media and members of the community to allow the family space to deal with his death. Details of his memorial and funeral services will be announced as soon as we receive information from the family. Jordan gone to ground as another woman allegedly accuses him of rape. Please subscribe and share videos. Another woman is said to have accused football boss Danny Jordan of raping her, according to singer and former MP Jennifer Ferguson. Just yesterday, Wednesday, I got a message from somebody who experienced the same thing with him, Ferguson told Herald Live from Sweden on Thursday. I don't know if she will be ready to disclose. A relative of somebody in a very high position. It's a big step to step out, she said. The 56-year-old singer and former ANC MP has spent the past 2 days, since revealing her alleged rape, facing an overwhelming barrage of questions and also coming to terms with speaking out 24 years later. And while Ferguson is resolute in her call for all of us to have the courage to move out of the places that have shamed us, Jordan has gone to ground. Phone calls, WhatsApp messages and visits to his home have yielded no response from the Football Association boss and former Nelson Mandela Bay mayor. Ferguson said she did not want to commit to opening a criminal case against Jordan for the rape alleged to have taken place at the Holiday Inn in Port Elizabeth in 1993. Part of healing is coming forward with the truth. If Danny could come forward in truth and an apology, she said. Asked if she believed that would ever be a reality, she said, our country has done so many truly amazing things, between perpetrators and survivors. This is not a new conversation for us in South Africa. The TRC process started in '94 and for all its flaws and shortcomings it was a revolutionary model. We, Ferguson and Jordan, met in this terrible space. Who knows how he is processing this? Maybe there is going to be something good out of this. While Ferguson has found her voice, Jordan, soft officials and the ANC, of which Jordan is a high-ranking member, have remained silent. When asked yesterday for a response to the allegations, ANC regional spokesman Govt Saddened said, the difficult part with this issue is that it is only the word of Jennifer Ferguson and we have not heard the word of Comrade Danny Jordan, so it will be difficult for us to respond. SAFA spokesman Dominic Chimavi did not respond to requests for comment. Police spokesman Colonel Priscilla Naidu said for police to investigate, Ferguson would need to come forward and open a case. More than 1.1 billion invisible people lack identification. Please subscribe and share videos. More than 1.1 billion people worldwide officially don't exist, going about their daily lives without proof of identity. The issue leaves a significant fraction of the global population deprived of health and education services. Among these invisible people, many of whom live primarily in Africa and Asia, more than one-third are children susceptible to violence whose births have not been registered, the World Bank's Identification for Development (ID4D) program recently warned. The problem is particularly acute in geographical areas whose residents face poverty, discrimination, epidemics or armed conflicts. Vijay Desai, who manages the ID4D program, said the issue arises from a number of factors, but cited the distance between people and government services in developing areas as major. For populations near the Peruvian Amazon, for example, traveling to an administrative service can take some 5 days of transit by boat, according to Carolina Trively, Peru's former development minister. Many families are also simply not informed about the importance of birth registration, and the consequences of non-registration, which can include the denial of basic rights and benefits, or an increased likelihood of marrying or entering into the labor force underage. And even if parents are aware of the need to declare a birth, costs can be crippling, said Anne-Sophie Lois, representative at the United Nations in Geneva and director of the children's aid organization Plan International. As a result, millions of children in Africa and Asia first encounter the administration only once they reach school age. But birth certificates are often needed to enroll in school or take national exams, Lois said. Deliberate concealment. Thus the political climate also discourages many families from allowing themselves to be officially identified. People fear to be identified from one ethnic group or from one nationality, said Trively. The government has sometimes, sadly, preferences for some groups rather than another. And in many countries, births of children born out of wedlock or as a result of rape are sometimes deliberately concealed for fear of discrimination. In China, avoiding birth registration was also deliberate for years for fear of repercussions due to the one-child policy. Beyond being barred from attending school, these children can fall prey to violence ranging from forced labor for boys to early marriage for girls, denounced by UNICEF in a 2013 report. These children can also fall victim to human trafficking. The legal invisibility of unregistered children makes it more likely that their disappearance and exploitation will go unnoticed by authorities, Lois said. Protecting personal data. To combat this immense problem, organizations are patiently working on the ground to identify these invisible people. Digital technologies have provided a tremendous boost, Lois said, as a way to increase registration, provide legal documentation of vital events and produce statistics that are complete and accurate. Trively said it also helps that technology is getting lighter. You can go to the people with very small devices to gather biometric data on the ground. Plan International, which launched the campaign Every Child Counts in 2005, has contributed to the registration of more than 40 million children in 32 countries. The organization developed a digital strategy. Village leaders can download a mobile app capable of notifying the government of births and deaths in their villages. Digital birth registration systems not only provide children with a legal identity but also provides governments with a continuous source of information through the collection of data, Lois said. This allows them to plan effectively for all services that a child needs, including vaccination programs and education. The World Bank recognizes, however, that centralized identification systems could expose vulnerable groups to risks linked to misuse of their personal data. We are very cautious, Desai of ID4D emphasized. To have a legal framework in place that protects privacy and personal data is key. Zanzi's final goodbye to Mmamoloko with TV memorial. Please subscribe and share video. Fans of Rhythm City were left in tears on Wednesday when the show paid a final tribute to actor Mmamoloko with a touching memorial service featuring his real-life mother and brother. Dumi, who played the role of Sfizzo on Rhythm City, died in hospital after being shot during an attempted hijacking in Tembisa on August 2. The on-screen memorial service came a week after Dumi's character made his last appearance on the show and featured touching tributes from several of the soap's most popular characters. The show's producers revealed last month that Sfozo's exit would mirror Dumi's murder, with one of the characters reporting his hijacking to others on the show. Fans of the soap added their voices to the tributes and mourning seen on screen, flooding social media with messages about Dumi.